Hello, welcome to Santa Sensitive Sessions with Tarot and Oracle cards. And just a quick reminder of the card, Catching Fire, Suzanne Collins. I wish I could freeze this moment right here, right now, and live in it forever. These are going to be your angel numbers, so we'll just move that and put up here a beautiful card. And then you have portals. A portal. Doors are opening. You decide rewards wild card. So this is a Star-Seed Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. But I want to say everything that I say, I always take it into consideration for the message. So I feel like portals are opening for you. And I feel this kind of uncertainty underneath this boldness. So at first, because I recorded a reading before this one, I was feeling unsure and apprehensive and worried about, continuing to do another reading within the same time frame because it felt very overwhelming. But then when I tapped into this energy, I felt like I could do it. And so I feel like you might be having a lot of shifts like that, where one moment you feel tired, fatigued, worn out, down and out. And then the next moment you feel very confident and energetic and excited for life. And so I'm picking up on Billie Eilish, because I feel like she has an energy where if you listen to her work, you'll hear a lot of confidence in some of her songs. She's very confident. She's very certain. She knows what she wants. She knows how she wants things to be, and she knows what's right. And you're not going to gaslight her. And then in other songs, she's very uncertain. She's very insecure. So maybe listen to the song What Was I Made For from the Barbie album or playlist, whatever you want to call it. Soundtrack is the name. But yeah, I feel like you have tapped into your main character energy, and I just feel like, I don't know, it's like you've been spending a lot of time alone. And most of the time you're not lonely, but then sometimes it hits you that you are. For this group, I feel like throughout your life, you might have had a hard time or a long string of isolation. You have more years where you were single and you didn't have a close friend than years where you were close to somebody in a very intimate way. And I feel like you might be surprised by this, but that's also true for your relationship with your parents or your siblings. And I feel like that might surprise you because you feel you might talk to them every day, you might see them every day, but there's this distance, this emotional disconnect, like a trench emotionally between you and your family. And I feel like that's made you not very trusting of people. And it feels like that's a part of the reason for this fluctuation, because it's a lot of your life is dependent on you, and I'm not even just talking about financially or whatever, but I feel like and you've gotten the lesson very, very well that if you don't do something, or if you don't believe in something, or if you don't see something through, if you don't chase after something, then you won't get it. So it's maybe you had to really prove yourself to your parents or your guardians, whomever, in order for them to really pay attention to you. I don't know if they were or they are very busy people very, I don't know. I feel like even if they did like or do a good job in terms of being like parental, there's a sense that they have their attention on a lot of other things, and like a slice of it is just for you. And you learn this lesson very well. And so I feel like you're almost skeptical or suspicious of people who pay a lot of attention to you. And so you like go after people who don't pay much attention to you. You feel more comfortable with people who give you that 10%. You like being the 10% of their lives. You don't like having somebody's full attention because you were raised in an environment where you got that 10%. And I feel like you are in a place where you can be, or you need to be, really honest with yourself and take a really raw look at the environment, the emotional environment in which you were raised or still could be in. Because I feel that there's still some excusing the behavior of people who no doubt love you, but don't know how to love you right. One of my favorite songs, I have a lot of favorite songs, it's Troye Sivan and this other person. You'd think if it was one of my favorite songs, I would know the artist, but I can't remember. And it's called Love Me Wrong. And it's like, you love me wrong. Yeah, you love me wrong. I love that song. It's like somebody can love you all day long, but they can love you wrong. And I feel like you've been loved wrong your whole life. I feel like if somebody wonderful were to come and sweep you off your feet and say, hey, I'm gonna give you this home and I won't ask you for anything. You don't have to give me anything at all, and I will still provide you this home, without asking you to love me back in a certain way or to be a certain way with how you love me. I feel like you'd be very surprised, but I feel like that's the right way to love somebody. It's without expectations, but with boundaries. I feel like you've been raised to believe that if you don't do something a certain way, then somebody's love will be pulled back. Somebody's quote unquote generosity or love from their heart will be revoked if you don't let them walk all over you. If you have boundaries, they will react in a way that is retracting. And I feel like that's the kind of wrong love that you've become accustomed to. So, what's some advice? Let's just pull one. Sorry about the camera. Creative Luck, Benton. So I feel like the advice is to put yourself out there and fully investigate and explore all the different forms of yourself, because Ben 10 obviously reminds me of the cartoon Ben 10, where he would change into 10 different aliens, and they all represent different aspects of his character. And I feel like you haven't been encouraged to appreciate and celebrate all parts of you, because the people who love you only like certain aliens, so to speak. And so you've like pushed all the other parts, all the other aliens into the closet. So that's your advice. And maybe look up this legendary lady. This is a legendary lady deck by Anne Shen, S-H-E-N. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, please leave a comment if this resonated. And if you would like to support me, there's information on that in the description. Otherwise, I will see you soon. I wish you many blessings. I'm grateful for you. Thank you, and I'll see you later.